Hey, the video you're about to watch is pretty great, and it's launching a really big idea that I've had for like a day.
What idea?
Don't worry about it. You'll see.
How do I not know about this?
Don't worry about it, Mare. Anyway, the Link Active, we had a huge sale and blew out a bunch of stuff and everything went crazy, and then we turned it off because it was too crazy. We have got all the stuff that was ordered shipped out, so all you guys are gonna get that soon, and we've recounted and we have our inventory all figured out and straightened out now for the new stuff, and we still have something really big that's gonna be happening next week that we need to make room for. So everything is back on sale, very limited, but just a little plug for you guys. If you want to get some Link stuff on super sale, it is there, link description
Yeah, it
below.
won't last long. A lot of that stuff went really fast.
Okay, link description below. Get ready for the, oh, what was that?
I think we still have stuff like up to 70% off.
Up to 70% off some of the stuff. Get it?
Right.
Wow, the kittens. Good. Don't tell Mary about what you're gonna see in this video. Goodbye, bunker branding. What's all this wet stuff everywhere? What the heck is this stuff? It hasn't rained in Texas in like 3 months, been super dry. And as the country boys say, Lord, we needed this rain. I wish somebody would have told me. Hey, here's the deal. I got lunch on the road because I want to go out of town a little bit. We had a very good series with the abandoned mansion renovation. Like, I saw that house, I got really excited about it because it's something I like to do. And I also was like, man, this would be a cool thing to show on YouTube. And so now we gained a lot of people who only want to see house fixing up stuff. And you guys complain a lot at the car stuff. Here's the problem, car stuff's not going anywhere because I really like car stuff. I like weird cars, I like playing with cars, I like tinkering, I like building weird things. So car stuff's gonna continue. But I also, for you and me, am looking for something house related to do. That era of renovating the abandoned mansion is over. And so I'm like, what's next for me? Like, where am I gonna put like all of that energy that I sunk into that project? I've had about 10 ideas, and one of them I just posted online. It's bigger than renovating an abandoned mansion. So I've been getting these ideas for like a venue, like something that you guys could actually like show up at, because of course my house is not open to the public. Bunker Branding is kind of open to the public. We have a storefront where we sell merch, and like there are mementos from videos. So like there's some cool stuff there. Like if you're a fan of Demo Ranch, like you'll get to see pieces that were in the videos, and it's cool. It's cool to actually like touch those things. It's not an experience. It's not a weekend trip. It's not something huge. Like you wouldn't want to like travel far away to see Bunker Branding. But like Freedom Factory, for instance, is such a cool place that people can go visit, and they'll travel across the US, maybe even from further away, to go to see the events there. And it's really awesome, and I love that thing. And so I was like, man, what if we had some sort of venue? And so I started like kicking around the ideas of like an outdoor beer garden where we could have events and things like that, where we can have a lot of people out, and a big deal. And then last night, after a few lemonades, sitting around with some of my buddies, and I was like, abandoned mansion was cool. You know what's cooler? Abandoned town. What if we find a ghost town in Texas? Okay, hear me out. And we buy a ghost town in Texas and we make it into something really cool. And so I've just started like doing some preliminary research. I posted online like, hey, anybody know where any ghost towns in Texas are for sale? Anyway, turns out there's one like right up the road, but it's kind of a weird one. I don't think it's a real town. It's like someone decided this couple buildings is a town, and it's not real. So I'm just gonna drive. It's like 25 minutes from like where I live. I'm gonna see if I can find it. So anyway, you guys wanna go check out a ghost town with me? And then tell me if I'm crazy, or say, hey man, there's a ghost town, like it's an hour from me out in West Texas, like you should buy that. Let me know. I'm in the market. So this town is called Bankersmith, Texas, but like a decade ago, it was a ghost town apparently, and was bought by someone and renamed Bikinis, Texas, with the goal to make this town into a venue. It was owned by like, the guy who bought it was some guy who owned like Bikini's Sports Bar and Grill or something. It's some chain of sports bars. I don't know. I was reading all this on the internet last night. It lasted for 3 years, and he was gonna develop it. And I don't know if it never got developed or if he couldn't get people to go out there. Somehow it flopped, and I guess he sold it. and the town was renamed Bankersmith, Texas. So I've never heard of this town, and I just looked, it's 33 minutes from the town I live in. So obviously it must be pretty tiny, or it's not a real town at all. So I'm going to Bankersmith, Texas right now to see if there's a ghost town there and be like, hey, who owns this town? Can I have it? I'll let you know when I get there. And probably not gonna even figure out where I am because I can't really find it on a map. Also, in my research last night, I found there is another YouTuber who has bought a ghost town because everyone started saying like, you need to talk to this guy. His YouTube channel is called Ghost Town Living. He was actually an abandoned ghost town called Cerro Gordo, and I think it's in California. I think it's Southern California, and it is this deserty little abandoned town, and he has made this channel just based on him living alone in a ghost town and trying to fix it up. And I only watched one of his videos. It was very interesting, and now I want to watch all of his videos, but I'm gonna give him a free plug. He doesn't need it. He's got like 2 million subscribers, but Ghost Town Living, go check him out. It's not what I want to do with the ghost town. It's in the same vein. It was interesting. So anyway, I want to do something similar but different. One of my other great ideas was to buy an Airbnb house on a river, and like you guys could come like stay in an Airbnb house. Maybe it's Demo Ranch themed. I don't know. That was just another idea, but that one's, I don't know. I'm less excited about that. Ghost Town has me pumped up. What the heck is this? Tombstone City Limit Cartoon Saloon. Is this an abandoned town? Is this a ghost town? It's just a joke. There's the other, that other city limit sign is just on the other side of those buildings. So that city is about 100 feet wide. I think that might have been a joke though. Anyway, you get out here in the boonies, you never know what you're gonna find. I just passed a sign that said Old Tunnel State Park. And in my mind, I'm just thinking like, some little town in here was like, man, we really need a state park, so there's a reason for people to come out here. And some guy's like, well, there's an old tunnel over there, we can just call it Old Tunnel State Park. And they're like, that's the best we got. So yeah, we're going with that. Let's go ahead and register that as a state park. We made it to Old Tunnel State Park, that's cool. Tunnel of the Fredericksburg and Northern Railway. 1913, they raised money to build a railroad linking Fredericksburg to San Antonio. 920-foot tunnel beneath this hill increased the cost by $134,000 and required 5 months of hard labor. The tunnel operated until 1942 when they sold all the trackage for scraps because of the war. The tunnel's down there somewhere. There's a trail going to it. So basically, I was right. There's a state park because there was a tunnel. Cool. All right, on to Ghost Town. Okay, my map is saying this is Bankersmith, Texas. It looks just like all the other not towns I was driving through. Oh, there's some buildings up here. So it said there was like a dance hall, which was what they were calling the town. A dance hall and a saloon. Nah, those are just some old farmhouses that look like people still live there. Not abandoned. I think there was a dance hall and a saloon up here on the map. Not looking like an abandoned town right now. Is it? Definitely not abandoned. Someone already made it into a venue. They got a Starbucks. Yeah, this is, I think it's gotta be it. Like a little saloon and a dance hall. Yeah, that's the Bankersmith, Texas post office right there. All right, someone's already done what I wanted to do here. All right, good job. Good job. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. Pretty neat. That sign says Bankersmith, Texas, population 0. I mean, there's no one at the restaurant except that sheep right there, that big goat. Bankersmith marked off. That one's not ideal for Demolition Ranch purchasing. It's cool though. I'm excited about this idea. Okay, so now back to you guys. What do you think? Do you know of any abandoned towns, an actual abandoned town that in Texas? It has to be in Texas because I need to be able to get to it easily. If it's in like California, I'll go once a year. Ideally 4 hours from San Antonio or less. It's abandoned and would make for an epic venue. And I also don't know how serious I am about this because I just thought of it last night. It's one of those things that I probably will get really excited about, and then a week later I'll be like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. That town's probably abandoned because someone tried to make a town there and something happened and no one came, and then no one wanted to buy any land there, or no one wanted to go to the venue there. And so the town shriveled up and everybody left. But it sounds really fun to do. Okay, we're going home. What is this actual video about? Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys the barn. It's looking pretty sick. We just went and I picked up Burke and I brought him to car shop because the Bronco was in getting aligned, because tomorrow the Bronco is going home, going to Alaska. which is pretty wild. So Forrest, Tyler's brother, is coming to get the Bronco and gonna try to road trip it like 2,000 miles up to freaking Alaska. So we brought in here to get the air conditioner all charged because we hooked it all up, so it's got AC now, which is good, and we got it aligned. We had to put a new bar on the front because it was bent. We got it aligned. We've got headliner in it, and then I had a list of a bunch of little things that I had just kind of realized were wrong with it, so we got those all fixed up in the last week. I think it's got everything done so that it has a good chance of making it to Alaska. I would never say it will make it, but I would say I think it will make it. Good luck to you, Forrest. Also, forgot to give you guys an update. Cletus' grass that he sent from Florida, doing just fabulous over here, especially with this Texas rain. Look at that beautiful grass. It's actually got some shoots coming off of it. It's trying to grow. I wonder if we should mow it a little bit. Yeah, let's mow it. Perfect. All right, Cletus, don't worry, man. Taking good care of this beautiful Florida grass. Home at last. We also figured out what broke on El Dorado. So we broke a tie rod, which you saw in the video, and here's a fixed one that Cletus and his boys put on there. But we didn't know why it broke a tie rod because we didn't get down on the ground in the rain. But that bar right there, not supposed to be there. That's the hydraulic. And so that was hanging out. You can see where it kind of dinged up over here. That thing exploded down and just punched. Instead of lifting the car, it just went boom and punched and broke our tie rod right in half. That's actually what happened. That's why this thing did not run at Cletus, but actually it was good because our brakes were also bad. So we have since got rid of the old brake booster, got a new brake booster, and we are going to be able to do everything we need to do with this. It's going to be much better. So we'll have brakes and we'll have steering this time. Both kind of important in a burnout competition. All right, prepare yourself for this barn. It's pretty epic. As you can see, we have sheetrock done in here. So in the actual barn spot out there, all the insulation is done and they painted everything black, which looks so cool. I was worried it'd be too dark. It's not. It looks great in here. I don't know, like I always wished in the bunker we had painted all the insulation black. It's all just white. All of the metal is that like red, brown color of just the primer. It just looked unfinished and I wish we had painted it, and now like it's too big of a hassle to go paint it because all the stuff's in there. So I was like, man, this one, I'm gonna paint it from the get-go. So everything is black out there. Looks really cool. And then in here, sheetrock is done. Electrical is done. God, so good. So now the next step, you can see it's taped and floated, but the next step is to come texture. So they're gonna come do their spray texture, and then we paint, and then we do floor, and then we do trim, and then we do all the actual like lights and all the fixtures and everything like that. All the boxes, the plugs, everything in here. And we're getting close to actually having all this space, all this barn pretty much done. It's gonna make everything so much easier. All the projects we do, we need space. And we used to do it out of my barn at my house and out of my car shop, but I was like, man, I wanna build a space that's like designed for all that stuff. And this is just gonna be it. It's gonna be perfect. And so pretty soon, all the projects will be done out of this, which will make everything way easier, which will make everything way better. All the projects will be done without any limitations, without being like, man, we don't have space for that. We don't have room to have 3 cars taken apart at once. Now we do, and Meredith doesn't know about it. That's the other good thing. Meredith does not come down to this part of the property, so like, and she doesn't want to, so everything is just how I want it. And she has no say. I love you, Meredith. But like, sometimes you just don't see my vision to have like an El Cromino with pipes coming out from the turbo. Girls just don't get it. Speaking of stuff girls don't get, I have not actually told Meredith about the ghost town idea. I'd appreciate if you'd keep that one on the down low, please. But on the up low, let me know if you know about any Texas ghost towns that need a new owner, because I'm that guy. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Off the Ranch. I love you, and I'll see you in the ghost town.
Oh. Hey Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mare. I want you guys to try to guess what the big thing that's coming to Bunker Branding is. Here's a hint. It's a thing and it's big.
You think they'll guess it?
Nah, they won't guess it. There's no way. And I can't give any hints because it'll give it away. But it's the biggest thing that's happened to Bunker Branding since we built Bunker 2.0. And I think it's bigger than that. Anyway, let me know what you think it is. Love you. Bye!